Now, this is a pretty weird tier list, but we're gonna see which Family Guy character, according to me, my opinion, can survive the longest in Jurassic Park or world. We're having every dinosaur from the comics to the movies and just smash them all together. So in F tier we have Herbert the pervert. Now this 90-year old like World War II veteran is a pervert. He touches little kids and is the most attracted to Chris. He's an old ass man. He can't do like literally. He can't fend off dinosaurs, okay? Like literally I think the first thing he's just gonna die of is probably the elements. I think the elements will get to him first before the dinosaurs would. But if he literally survived that long, then maybe gets killed by raptors or Compsognathus. Now in F tier, and now this one F tier, we have Tom Tucker, news anchor for Quahog News. Now Tom Tucker has no outside experience of the actual world in the jungle, wilderness, and shit like that. Because he's a news anchor, come on. And plus, he's not that mentally fit for like like dinosaurs. Okay, he's probably gonna die of the elements just like Herbert. Now moving on to D tier, we have in D tier we have Meg. Meg is a peculiar case. She can defend herself, but she's mostly defenseless at a time, of some of the times. Pretty much. Yeah. Anyways, Meg, I don't know what to say about her. She's literally like she's in D tier because she can defend herself and she can run pretty fast too. And considering she took down an entire, school, high school, took out the entire fucking lunchroom full of high schoolers. That's pretty impressive, but it's not good. But Velociraptors, and if you didn't know, the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park are as tall or taller than Meg. So one Velociraptor could probably take out around like I don't know. Yeah, probably. You know what I mean, okay? Velociraptors are stronger than high schoolers, okay? So yeah. Anyways, next up, Brian. Brian is a dog. Yeah, that's it. An alcoholic who's horny as fuck. Brian, he gets killed. Literally, motherfucker gets killed. I know he can use weapons like spears. But the good thing about Brian is he can craft weapons. Like since that one episode, he created a fucking spear out of sticks and ropes in a freaking rock. But no, that doesn't compare. He's still a dog. He can still bite. He can still run. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get killed by a couple of raptors by the time where you know I don't even think he can last like a week. Oh yeah, we're also taking the dinosaurs from the games too. Okay, and last up in D tier is Trisha Takanawa, news reporter. Trisha Takanawa is a Japanese woman who wears high heels. She walks in fashion. She's probably gonna end up like every high heel girl in the dinosaur movie. Strip over and gets killed. C tier. In C tier, we have Lewis Griffin. Now, Lewis is the wife of Peter Griffin, who's a tier above her. Now, let me explain why she's in C tier. She's in C tier because, well, she's a normal housewife. She can be, little aggressive at times, but other than that, Lewis Griffin doesn't really have anything. I mean, sure, she defeated a couple of boxers herself, but like, I don't think the boxing is gonna help. Now, against fucking T-Rex. Now, Chris. Next up in C tier is Chris, for Chris Griffin. Also, it's the same color as the shirt, yeah. Anyways, Chris Griffin. Chris. He's fat, he's horny, he probably watches The Hub on 24-hour basis. And yeah, he's overweight. He can fight though, and he does have a short burst of energy, but he's probably gonna die in around 2 days. I think the elements are gonna take him before the dinosaurs. You know, the elements get. Maybe he can fend off a couple of raptors because or Constantinatus, but I don't think raptors are gonna. I mean, he took down a coyote. a pack of coyotes. But other than that, that's not really impressive. I mean, for human it is, but for dinosaurs, I mean, come on. Raptors could kill a coyote any day. Now, Quagmire. Next up in C tier is Quagmire. Quagmire is a horny bastard. He's a horny motherfucker. Literally, he decorated his entire house for sexual purposes, saying a couple of code words and just clapping. Don't take that out of context. And yeah. Anyways, freaking Quagmire, he can fight and he served in the military, but I don't think military skills are gonna help him here. Like, we're using them as what's shown in the freaking picture. So what they're showing in the pictures are right now, and yeah. Now in C tier we have Cleveland. Cleveland is a black guy who is, wife is named Loretta. He's just the same as Quagmire, just that he has a lot more durability. Like, he runs slower. That's it. And next up in C tier is Dr. Hartman, the local doctor of Quahog. He's just a doctor. But the thing about Dr. Hartman is he can heal himself. Because if he's a doctor, he might know how to heal himself. So, yeah. So that might help in some cases. Like, let's say he just eats like let's just say, he has an injury. So you can just, wrap it up and well, probably his resources are gonna, run out, and eventually eventually death is gonna catch up to him. Last in C tier is Consuela. Mexican maid, stereotypical maid, works for money. Yeah. Anyways, Consuela, she's okay. I mean, she can defend herself. She's pretty athletic. She outsped bullets. She outran bullets, but I'm pretty sure she has limited energy though because she's fucking old, and then she's gonna die because the faster dinosaurs are gonna get to her first. Yeah. Now in B tier, and this is when shit gets serious. In B tier, we have Peter himself, the main star. Now Peter is the husband of Lewis. Now Peter has defeated many people. His kicks can break a McDonald's drive-through window. He has a lot of accomplishments basically. I'm pretty sure that by the time he gets stuff, he also runs out of energy pretty quickly, and also he sometimes just like gets killed by one of the most simplest things. He's also surviving explosions and like that. Anyways, Peter Griffin is a solid competitor, but I don't think he's gonna be he's not gonna be the best tool in the shed, basically. Now, next up in B tier is Joe Swanson, police officer in a fucking wheelchair. Now, if you're a police officer and you're chasing down someone on the show Cops, that's that's a pretty idea. Anyways, Joe has his gun with him, so with that, he can just shoot the dinosaurs. But it's gonna be a matter of time before he runs out of ammo, and then he needs to go scout for food, bullets, and yeah, magazines. Not the paper magazine, the magazine for the pew pew. Considering that the rocky terrain and the branches and random twigs that are in the jungle, which most vehicles are in according to Jurassic Park logic, I think Joe just might break his wheelchair tires. He's probably just gonna get stepped on or maybe get picked off by compies. Just imagine if Joe Swanson is just like there's like the cinematic shot of Joe Swanson. He fell down his wheelchair. He's like literally crawling away from like cops and Nathis. But the cops and Nathis are just jumping and biting at Joe's neck and face. That would be a cool scene, but pretty gruesome. Now in A tier. The only A tier character is Natalia. Natalia is this Russian maid who is a Russian spy. She knows how to use guns, shotgun. She can bust through windows without any harm. She hijacked a couple of trucks, and she's basically the Asian 47 of acrobatics. She's an old ass woman too. Well, apparently old age is gonna catch up to her, and eventually she's gonna die of a fucking Spinosaurus or T-Rex. Maybe Indominus Rex now and then. Maybe Indoraptor. Now in S tier. S tier. This is the tier that we always wanted. In S tier, we have Stewie. Stewie is a small motherfucker, but he can surely put up a fight. He also has an invention with him. Because, we're using what we see in the picture, okay? And since Stewie can basically just shove any shit in his fucking backpack, he can use those technology to his advantage. And he can just pretty much, KO every dinosaur in the fucking game. In the fucking, island. Now, next up in S tier is Mr. Washi Washi, a one-time character in Family Guy. Now, Mr. Washi Washi is your stereotypical Asian guy, but he runs a frickin' washing machine complex thing. Anyways, considering the fact that he defeated Peter Griffin in a fight in a game of the Street Fighter parody thing, you should go watch the fight scene if you know what I mean. Mr. Washi Washi is a skilled martial artist. He's also armed with a shotgun. He's literally like the martial artist. And considering the fact that he can use his fucking head to ram into his opponents and shit like that, and uses a killer bear hug and breaks their back, I think it's gonna be a no brainer for this one. Now, Mr. Washi Washi is probably gonna survive this. Now, last up in the S tier is Rupert. Now, hear me out, Family Guy fans. I know what you're saying. What the fuck is Rupert doing here? I can do whatever I want. This is my channel. And plus, I think Rupert is S tier. And he probably has the highest probability of surviving. Because Stewie, even himself, could die. Maybe he could get an infection like tetanus or something. Maybe he gets killed by a couple of raptors. Maybe, T-Rex breaks all his equipment and then just gobbles him up. But Rupert, I actually think Rupert has the highest chance of surviving. Because he's not alive. No? He's gonna be alive. Well, he's a toy. He's a fucking toy. So that means dinosaurs aren't gonna try to eat him. Let's say, sure, he might get, bruised from and muddied from because he can't freaking move, He might get bitten by a couple of copies and just he can be a new chew toy for them. But other than that, Rupert can't feel pain. So in the end, I actually think when all of these Family Guy characters that I show right here are just dropped in to Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, I actually think Rupert is the winner. I think he can survive the longest out of all these motherfuckers right here. Anyways, who do you think would have survived the longest? Bye bye, and I'll see you guys later.